Hi guys, this is a cracking hotel and there's a full video of it. It's the Stamford in Singapore, which I stayed in this a couple of years ago, but a few years ago I visited it, and that time, this was 1999, I was on my honeymoon. I was actually staying at the Raffles Hotel, and there's a funny story about that which I'll come to in a minute. I'll talk about the Stamford first. At the time, it was the tallest hotel in the world. It's still one of the tallest hotels and tallest buildings in Southeast Asia, and the bar at the top is worth a visit, the 72nd floor, and I believe it's a 2-star though. Double check. I'll put it in the description. Might even be a 3-star restaurant at the top. Couple of fantastic things happened to me in this hotel. Look at that menu. I'll zoom in on it. Tassinger was $15 a glass, and the normal straightforward glass of white wine was $13, and that's Singapore dollars. So I sat at the pool bar of an evening, that's me, drinking Tassinger champagne in a luxury 5-star hotel. It was brilliant. They gave me a corner suite. I got an upgrade, so I had a normal suite booked, and they gave me a corner suite. And this was bonkers. I was on the 57th floor. Look at some of these time lapses and some of the footage I did. Absolutely outstanding. That's the Marina Sands. The balcony was out in the fresh air. Every time I've stayed in a skyscraper hotel, whether it's the Obelix or even just a tall building, these hotels are sealed. You can't open your window. Too dangerous. Singapore, 57th floor, what's going on? I actually had a camera wrapped to the balcony at one point, and I was petrified that not the damage that it would do to my camera, because of course it would obliterate my camera, but the damage my camera might do to someone else. So I kind of thought that's not a good idea, and I put a tripod on the balcony and pointed the camera to get these shots. Oh, I did have a niggle at the Stamford. Luxury 5-star hotel, and everything was organising you to the self-check-in. And I don't like that. I like being greeted by a person, especially when I'm spending that sort of money, right? I want the human being touch. So I actually went round to where the cabin crew check in, so I could check in normally. Yeah, if I'm staying in a Premier Inn and I want to go straight to my bedroom, yeah, I'll tap the card. Right. Anyway, I was going to tell you a funny story. I feel like Ronnie Corbett now, leaning forward. Let me tell you a funny story. Right. So I've been married approximately about 6 days, right? And we're staying at Raffles, and we decided to go to the Stamford for a drink in a cocktail bar, right? Now, when we returned to Raffles, during the day, of course, Raffles is not just an iconic luxury 5-star hotel. It's also a tourist attraction. And during the day, the doorman has his turban on and he's dressed in all the classics, and it's all very where it is. Now, we're coming back at about 11:30, maybe that sort of time. Lovely evening we've had in Singapore. Been down Orchard Road, all that sort of stuff. And then we finished with cocktails at the Stamford Cocktail Bar. As we were walking back, the guy stood in front of the door. He blocked it, you know. And he looked at me and he just went, "Can I help you, sir?" And I looked at him and I thought, what? I said, well, you could open the door. That would be nice. Now, at this time, I might sound a bit pretentious, but at that time, I've been working in luxury hotels. I used to work at the Lanes where I worked at Cambridge Beach in Bermuda. I thought, this is really off, you know. If you suspect somebody, keep an eye on them, but don't put your prejudice on a guest. So I said, and he said, what room are you staying in? And I thought, well, Raffles only has suites. It doesn't have rooms. So I thought, you're still playing me. And you're completely insulted. And I was going out. I said, we're staying in the Charlie Chaplin suite. Now, are you going to open the door? Do I have to open the door myself? God, I sound like a right pain in the butt. I'm not a right pain in the butt. They were refusing me entry. I got a deal, but I spent a fortune. Anyway, so that was Raffles telling me I wasn't good enough. That was basically what they were telling me. But the Stamford, the hotel, absolutely fantastic. And just these views, look at that. It's tremendous. Right, we will be talking about another hotel tomorrow. No idea which one we're going to talk about, but it wouldn't be the same if you weren't here to join me. So do press the subscribe button, press the bell. YouTube will notify you when the video goes live, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys, in another hotel somewhere, who knows where. See you later. Bye for now.